In this section of the practice, you will set up a CDR configuration that contains a group of rules. You will then perform a group of test cases against those rules. The target is to have an understanding on how each CDR rule reacts to the conflicts. In all test cases, the testing methodology will be as follows. You stop the data pump processes in all the databases to simulate a network lag. Then you execute two conflicting DML operations in the databases. After that, you start the data pump processes. And finally, you will examine the conflict resolution executed by Oracle Golden Gate. In GGSRv1, edit the replicate parameter file and add the CDR rules in the map setting of the employees table. Make sure it is put just before the existing map statement. In GGSRv2, edit the replicate parameter file and add the same CDR rules on the map setting of the employees table. Restart the replicate process in each system. In the incoming sections, you will perform some test cases on the CDR rules that you configured. In this test case, you will test the resolution of the insert row exists conflict. You will insert a new employee of ID 223 in DB1, and then add a new employee of the same ID in DB2. According to the CDR rule, the record inserted in DB2 should win because it was inserted later than the other one. Stop the data pump processes in both systems. In DB1, insert a new record in the employees table. Make the last name value as DB1. In DB2, insert a new record in the employees table. Make the last name value as DB2. Start the data pump processes. Select the last name for the same record in both databases. The record inserted in DB2 applied in both databases. In the second test case, you will test the resolution of the insert row exists conflict. In the steps numbered from 43 to 48, you will delete the record of the employee ID 223 in the database DB2 and then update the record of the same employee in DB1. According to the CDR rule, the record should be inserted in DB2 and it should be deleted from DB1. The record has been inserted in the DB2 database. The record has been deleted from DB1. To prepare for the new test case, insert the record again in DB1. In the third case, you will test the resolution of the delete row missing conflict. The conflicting record should be saved in the discard file. In the steps numbered from 50 to 54, you will delete the record of employee ID 223 in the database DB1, and then delete the record of the same employee in the database DB2. According to the CDR rule, which is discard, the record should be saved in the discard file in DB1 and DB2. Check out the discard file. The deleted operation has been reported in the discard file. In this section of the practice, you will set up a more complicated CDR configuration. You will then perform test cases on each rule defined in the configuration. You will use the same testing methodology that you use in the previous case. In GGSRV1, edit the replicate parameter file and replace the map setting of the employees table with the one as shown in the document. In GGSRV2, edit the replicate parameter file and replace the mapping setting of the employees table with the one as shown in the document. Restart the replicate processes. The CDR configuration that you configured defines 3 resolution methods to resolve the update row exists conflict. This conflict takes place when the operation is an update statement and the before image in the source is different from the current image in the target. The CDR works as follows. It uses all the column values to determine if the conflict exists. If the conflict happens because of the change in the salary value, then the salary value will be modified. It will take the difference between the new updated value and the before image value. If the conflict happens because of the change in the commission PCT value, then the record with the higher DML time value will overwrite. For all other conditions, the record will be overwritten by the incoming updated record. In this test case, you will update the salary of the employee of ID 150 in DB1 and then update the salary of the same employee in DB2. According to the CDR rule, the new salary value in DB2 will be the difference between the updated value and the before update value. Stop the data pump processes in both systems. In DB1 and DB2, retrieve the salary of the employee ID 150. Make sure it is the same in both databases. Write down the before update value. Let's put it on a text file. It is 10,000. In DB1, update the salary of the same employee. Add 1,000 to it. Write down the after update value. Again, I'll save it in the same file. In DB2, update the salary of the same employee. Add 400 to it. You execute this statement to make a conflict. In DB2, retrieve the current value of the salary after the update. Write down the current value. Start only the data pump process PSRV1. Retrieve the updated salary in DB2 for the same employee. Verify that the result matches the formula as shown in the document. 11,000 minus 10,000 plus 10,500 equals to 11,500. The formula applies. Start the pump process PSRV2. Retrieve the updated salary in DB1 for the same employee. it has been updated to the same value, 11,500. In this practice, you basically perform two major tasks. You configured the bidirectional replication processes in two database systems. Then you configured CDR rules to govern how the conflicts should be handled. That's not all about bidirectional configuration. You will learn in the next lecture how to deal with the errors that might be raised. Thanks for joining me. See you in the next lecture.